Hey guys, happy Valentine's Day. Rob here. I think I'm long overdue for a review. I'll be trying a different review style today because I feel like I've spent a lot more time acting like an encyclopedia in my old reviews rather than someone telling you what I think about it. So today, I'll be reviewing Kare Kano, also known as His and Her Circumstances. The story begins with the introduction of our leading lady, Miyazawa Yukino. She's kind, smart, pretty, almost perfect. Little does everyone know that it's all an act that she puts up to fulfill her desire to be popular and have praise heaped upon her. However, when Arima Suichiro, who is everything Yukino pretends to be, gets a better score than her on the entrance exams, he becomes the target of her ire. Things don't exactly go according to plan when Arima finds out about Yukino's secret and begins blackmailing her, and from here, their odd relationship starts. Something I hate in romance anime is when the romance is dangled in front of you like a carrot on a stick. At the end of all that waiting, all you get is a confession or a single kiss in the last scene of the last episode. That doesn't happen here. My favorite part about this whole series is the romance. Out of all the anime I've seen, this is the most accurate depiction of how two teenagers would actually go about their relationship. The relationship takes a really nice pace. Yeah, they spend time getting to know each other, but it doesn't take the whole series for them to figure out they have a thing for each other. Another thing is the development of the main characters. I'm very glad they got this development, because yes, Yuki is a fun, eccentric character, but in the first episode, she's a bitch. I'm thankful that it stopped after episode 1, because I really didn't like her. As for Arima, on the outside, he looks pretty much like a generic schoolboy. I was pleasantly surprised, however, that he got some development. The guy has a few problems, and they become more apparent as the show goes on. Yuki becomes his pillar, and makes his days happy ones. He said he doesn't think that he could live without her. He's also gets very jealous when other guys are around her. Not because necessarily he's insecure, but the thought of her leaving his life scares him a lot. Is that a good thing that he gets jealous? No, it's really not. Then again, he's human, and we're not perfect, which means neither is he, nor should he be for that matter. If you like romantic series like I do, maybe you'll understand where I'm coming from when I say I welcome the fact that the guy isn't a shy wimp, this perfect cardboard cutout, or some douchey pretty boy. Seeing it as this series is 15 years old, it's not really accurate to say it's a breath of fresh air, but for me personally it is. The story was really well paced in the beginning, but around the second half, it just felt like a grind. Why? Because nothing happened. There wasn't any significant character development. The plot was just kind of there doing nothing. They added a character in very late into the series and made him into a possible love interest for one of Yuki's friends, and then they didn't do anything with it. They talked about doing a play for the cultural festival. They didn't do anything with it. In fact, there was a whole lot of nothing going on with everything. This is my biggest problem with the anime. If I can go from really enjoying myself to almost dropping it out of boredom, that's kind of a problem. But that's not all. No, now I gotta talk about the visuals. Seeing as the anime was handled by Gainax, the company that gave you Evangelion, Fulikuli, and Gurren Lagann, you'd expect nice fluid animation. And at times it was. But in true Gainax fashion, they seem to just not know how to manage a budget. Huh. Those are paper cutouts. That's neato. Only one question. Why are the paper cutouts in the entire episode? Gainax is a big name anime production company. This is not okay. Something else is at the beginning of each episode. They had a previously on the episode of Kare Kano, which is fine if you want to know what happened on the previous episode. Except they just seemed to get longer and longer, and at some point they just stopped talking about what happened on the last episode and got all poetic. Because, nothing happened in the second half. It was just a giant waste of time. So, on to minor complaints. The soundtrack was just kind of there. I didn't really notice it that much. And I don't know if they just ran out of source material, but 26 episodes was way too long for what they managed to end up doing. This is the first time I've been in a cynical mindset while I was reviewing something. This series should have been good, plain and simple. I really enjoyed myself in the beginning. Yuki and Arima were a really affectionate couple, and that's something I really like when I watch romantic series, and I'd put the two of them among my favorite couples. The overall production value of the series just was really lackluster. poor pacing and really inconsistent animation, and just overall a lot of wasted potential really dragged it down. With all that said, I know what you came here for. I give Kare Kano a 7 out of 10. Only reason it probably got a 7 is because of how much I really like the romance from this series. I'm really only going to recommend this to people who like romance, because yes, it is pretty funny, but if you're just looking for a laugh, you might want to look somewhere else. Speaking of which, alternate anime recommendations this time are Lovely Complex and Kimi ni Todoke. While the couple in Kimi ni Todoke don't get together as soon as the other two, they all share a similar theme. A focus on outward appearance and how people perceive you. How you wish to be perceived, how you perceive yourself, and at the end of the day, how it all just really shouldn't matter. Because it's what's on the inside that matters. Alright guys, you know the drill. If you liked my review, feel free to leave a like, comment. Constructive criticism is always appreciated. If you want more, you can head on over to my channel for some more lists, rants, and reviews. I'm Rob the Anime Guy. See you next time.